signs, that's an indication of what Dylan Neal's capable of doing when he really puts his hands to work. But when he puts the rest of the mind and his acting skills, he comes up with a character named Jack Griffin. And he's Andie MacDowell's love interest on Hallmark Channel's original series, which is Cedar Cove. Interesting. Bring us up to speed.
See this?
Is that
Pitter,
that's your heart?
Pitter patter, pitter patter. Yeah, he's like the heartthrob of Cedar Cove. Yes, yes.
So bring us up to speed, first of all. Season 1, how did you end up in?
Well, Jack and Olivia, their relationship really got established. And we see that they really are meant for each other. They're in love. And coming into the second season now, of course, their relationship is ready to kind of move forward a little bit. And what I think we're talking about here in this clip is in an earlier episode, I offer Olivia a key to my house, just like, you know, we're moving into that stage. You can come over whenever you want, no big deal. But I'm surprised.
I'm sorry. Do people just go, hi, did you enjoy your dessert? Here's a key to my house.
This is later on. You know, it's very appropriate. I think Jack was totally in the right for putting it out there.
We've been together a whole season.
Thank you.
Give her the key.
Thank you,
right?
Christina. Right?
Yes.
You know, it's not as though I'm giving you my key right now, Mark.
Right.
You know? But I'm
surprised
because she says maybe she's not up for this. I'm kind of surprised. And so at this point, I'm just like, give me a yes or a no. What's going on? Where are we? And so that's why I'm just trying to get an answer, because she's bobbing and weaving and not really being very direct. And I'm kind of confused where we're at.
But it's Andie MacDowell. Okay, we can, she's a wonderful actress, so I'm going to read and see what she's really saying.
Let me know. Will you please let me know?
Yeah.
All right, just pay attention. Just find out if she really wants to key.
I'll let you know. I'm the woman. I know what she's.
Okay.
All right.
Illuminate.
Okay.
You're really struggling with this, aren't you?
It's not the baby. I love the baby. It's just the title, Grandpa. I feel like I should get a walker and start eating dinner at 4:30.
I know. How about Pappy? I can get you a little corncob pipe. Huh?
Listen, we talk about this.
Jack,
Why does that key upset you so much?
it doesn't upset me. It surprised me.
It's no big deal. It's a key. It's just a convenience.
Maybe, but
But what? Okay, so you don't want the key.
can we change the subject?
I don't think so.
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, you know what? There's two of us in this relationship. I do want to talk about it.
She's afraid of commitment.
I think you're right.
Am I?
I think- yeah,
You think that's it?
Yeah.
Or does she really want the key? But she
No,
doesn't
she's
want to make it
afraid of
obvious.
commitment. I think she's been burned somewhere. There's a storyline somewhere in her past. I'm sure that'll come
Are
up.
we close?
I would suggest you watch and see if you're correct in all of that. That's what I think needs to happen.
Genius!
Okay.
How does that happen?
What?
Either that or she's just not that into you.
That could very well be. I don't know.
I don't know how that could happen.
Outside
but
of
it's
your
like,
storyline, what else is happening?
There's so much going on in season 2. If you like season 1, I mean, just watch out. All of the storylines, all the different relationships kind of go through a lot of hurdles, and I can't really give too much away, but let's just say there's some massive cliffhangers towards the end of the season that are going to surprise people.
Can you give us one?
Really? Do you think he can do that? He's got the #1 show on television.
Everybody's from Hallmark's over there, so I guess not.
Right? They're like,
I wouldn't go.
No, okay.
That's why you tune in. I wouldn't want to give it away.
Jack's past is going to come to revisit him a little
your
bit.
past. Maybe she knows about your past and she's bugged.
Oh.
Maybe.
Stay
She
tuned.
found out.
Stay
So
tuned.
let me ask you this: do they ever utilize your skill set that you're going to share with us?
Yeah, ironically, no, except that I act as a set consultant to the character of Bob, played by Bruce Boxleitner. He is supposed to be a woodworking expert. He knows nothing. And my character knows nothing. So before we set up, I'm telling him how to hold saws. That's the wrong saw for so I'm the set consultant.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your passion for wood.
Well, the last time I was here, we talked about furniture building, right?
Yeah.
The more advanced stuff that I do. But here's a project that anyone at home can really tackle if they have an interest in vintage old signs, you know, if you want that cottage kind of look, which I personally like. So all you do is you start out with some basic boards with wood. I don't know, can we get up and...
Yes, please.
So if you want an old vintage kind of look, this is literally an old piece of wood that I found painted it up the background, put a little molding around it. I cut a little oval section here to kind of dress it up. And then this image is sort of an intricate lettering, right, that I don't think I would have been able to do freehand very easily.
Yeah, how do you...
So I got the image, I put it up on my computer, created it, took it to a sign store, and what they make is something called a mask. And they create the same image on their computers, and they'll give you this vinyl strip that you lay on the board.
Quick question, when you created it on your computer, was it this size?
what
No,
dimension?
so I create just the lettering, how I want it to look, take it to the store, and you tell them what is the size of the sign that you're making. They'll do the proportions so that when you lay the mask on, it's in the correct size. You peel off the top layer, and it's the relief of the lettering, almost like a stencil. Right?
Oh.
You get your paint, in this case white, just slather it on, you don't have to be careful.
Yeah.
You peel off the mask, and what you're left with is this beautiful lettering that looks totally professional, right? It's really easy, and that's not expensive to get a mask.
I was just
Question in the
gonna
front
ask
row.
you,
No, it's very cheap.
I want a question. Is it expensive to do? And what do? You look up sign store?
Yeah, Google sign store. If you don't know one in your area, they're everywhere.
I love this one down here.
And now this one's really simple too. And what I did here is I found again an image online. This is an actual image that you could buy from a tin sign maker. You know how they have all those retro signs, right?
Yeah.
So I printed this up on my printer, a little image. I had a cheap projector that you can buy anywhere, you might already have, projected it up on the wall, traced it out in pencil, and then this is just a Sharpie. That's just a Sharpie marker that gives you the detail that would be a little more difficult with a brush. And then again here, if you want to have a really distressed sign, after you get the stenciling up, you might sand down the edges, put on some stain or different paint colors, smear them around a little bit. And
What's this?
And
Did you
here-
leave your
here for
janitor
distressing,
keys?
this is a little insider trick within the furniture industry. When you're
Remember,
trying to,
hit you
watch
on the
out.
head with it.
Yeah.
No.
When you want to distress a piece of furniture or a sign, one way to get random little nicks and gouges without it looking too uniform, you literally just flail this, all right?
Those
just
are just
household
keys?
keys, whatever, right? They're on a little wire, because if this were just string, it would probably break off.
Yeah.
Flail it to however you want. Then when you're putting the stain or a glaze over top of it, it gets into those nooks and crannies, and you can see on here, and that gives that patina that you're going for a vintage
Yeah, it
look.
looks old and vintage in person. It really does. I
And that
thought
takes a
these
little
were old
practice, but you
signs.
play with it. And you go slowly adding little layers, see
Yeah.
what you like. You can always wipe off what you don't like.
Here's what I want. I want you to come back. We're going to make one of these that says Mark's Trailer. Keep out. There you go. Okay. Does that work?
Yeah,
And we'll put
everything
it
in there would die if I wouldn't go in there and take care of it. All right.
Tune in to Cedar Cove Hallmark Channel Saturday, 8, 7 Central. By the way, connect with Dylan on Twitter at Dylan Neal Studio, and of course at Facebook at facebook.com/actor Dylan Neal. Complete steps for this and creating something like this if you'd like, these retro signs on our website, homeandfamilytv.com.